Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Girls One League, brought to you by Not For Long Media. I'm joined with Peyton and Paige. How are we doing today?
Oh yeah, that's good. 2 Ps.
Yes.
2 Ps, 1 league, baby.
Peas in a pod.
Somebody
Wait,
I just
peas
heard
in a
someone
pod. That's so funny.
Oh, that is. I heard
pod.
somebody the other day say to me,
Wow.
"Oh, 2 Ps in a jewel pod." I was like, "Fuck off."
We're literally on a pod. Sorry. Anyways.
Oh, 'cause
I'm
we're literally all on a pod. Okay, yeah.
Yes,
That
I'm
took me a
keeping that
second. Oh
going.
god, that's
I'm
embarrassing
keeping
how long
that.
that just took me.
Oh my god.
Peyton, did your parents listen to the first episode that you were on?
Yes, they did.
Oh god. What
Yes,
did
I
they
think
think?
they really liked it. I don't know if my mom finished it yet. I know she was watching it, but she'll get like busy doing other stuff and she wants to like be able to sit down and just like watch it. But my dad watched it. He liked it. He said we were funny.
Oh, that's good.
That's why
I think
they drafted Bryce Young, because we told them to. We said
Exactly.
they would take quarterback.
Exactly. We
I think
were like
my
the
dad
reassurance
started
they needed.
My dad started listening to it. I don't think he listens anymore. I think he used to. I don't think he's followed through. But big weekend for your dad and the Panthers. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think he's excited. I was talking to him like Thursday in the day, and I was like, "Who do you think it's gonna be?" And he was like, "I can't tell you, buddy. I can't tell you. I don't know." And I was like, "You know." He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I feel like they have to like talk about that. Like there's no way they don't like talk about that with other people in the building.
Yeah.
But what else did you guys do this weekend? Non-football.
My weekend, honestly, other than like kind of watching the draft, my weekend was pretty uneventful because I have finals this week and at the beginning of next week, so I'm just gonna be super swamped.
Are you on track to graduate?
Yes, I am, thankfully. Yeah, graduation is a week from Saturday, which is so crazy.
Oh wow, that's so soon. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's crazy. We're already into May. April flew by.
Yeah, it really did.
What about you, Rossi? What were you up to this weekend? Speaking of betting, though, those guys all just got suspended for betting. The NFL guys.
Yeah.
How dumb do you have to be? Like, really? I know the ones I think who were only suspended a couple games were not betting on NFL. I'm guessing they were betting on other stuff,
Sports.
and they were just doing it in their facility, which I guess you can't do. But like the other guys that got suspended for full season, they were betting on NFL, right? Rossi, do you know? I'm pretty sure.
Calvin Ridley was the whole year because he was betting on NFL, but the only guy I know out of the names of people who got suspended recently is Jameson Williams, and he didn't even get a full year. I don't think.
No, he didn't, but there were like 2-3 other guys that did get a full year.
Oh yeah, they were. I don't know who they are.
I think they were. Some of them played for Detroit, and I don't remember the other ones. I think one played for Washington, and I don't know the other ones. But like the NFL clearly spends so much money to try to find that stuff out. Like, just how are you? Why would you risk it?
Right, especially when you're like making all that money anyways. Like,
right.
It doesn't make any sense.
Agreed. Like, I don't know, bet with like your buddy on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bet each other on the side or something. Don't tell anyone, but don't do it on like your actual phone,
right?
With an
IP
address and all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just stupid. Anyway, the Met Gala's on tonight. Are any of you guys gonna watch that?
Probably not.
I was just about to say that.
No. I'll probably not watch it live or anything, but like I'll keep up with it on my like Twitter.
Yeah. I want to look at like everybody's outfits and stuff.
Yeah. You know, I love football, but I'm a girly girl too. I love products. Rossi, you love makeup too, right?
My roommate's laughing.
What are you talking about? I can see your lip liner on.
Girl, absolutely not. I don't even know what that is. No, I hate makeup. I hate dressing up.
I love makeup. I love
I have 3
products.
brothers, so.
No, I don't have a single brother. I literally love products. I'm obsessed with products, and I
What's your
love
favorite
makeup.
one? Rare Beauty?
No, I don't own any Rare Beauty.
Selena, gotta keep an eye out for Selena.
Some of her stuff is, like, too pigmented, like the blush stuff.
Or Rhode Beauty.
Like, does none of that stuff comes up on your TikTok? Like, you don't follow any of that stuff? My feed is, like, curated to, like, that almost.
Absolutely
Really?
not.
I'm, like, in the middle.
My TikTok feed is absolutely not sports. It's, like, product, like, it is all that stuff. I'm not that easily influenced to buy the stuff. If I had a problem like some of these people do, then I would have to delete the app. But, like, I'm not, like, a crazy spender in that way. But yeah. But I do love hair, skin, makeup, all that stuff.
Oh, I'm
Meanwhile,
all for having a skin routine and hair mask, low key sometimes, but I can't do full face of makeup. Like, I feel uglier when I have a full, like, I don't know
so
what it
you're
is.
gonna go to JoJo Siwa's birthday party this weekend in LA with A-list, B-list, C-list celebrities, and you're not even gonna put on some mascara?
Oh, mascara. I'll put a little bit of foundation on and a little bit of blush on,
I was gonna say,
but,
that's
like,
just
very
dirty,
natural
bro.
look.
That's just lazy.
Natural look with, I'm a tomboy, so what do you expect?
You like that clean girl aesthetic? Alex doesn't wear makeup either, and I literally beg her. I'm like, "Please let me contour your face." She says
Well,
no
me and
every
Alex
time.
are very similar.
Yeah.
I do not. I would not know how to contour. I feel like I know, like, foundation, blush, mascara, eyeliner, maybe. That's, like, about where I draw the line. I feel like I find products that I like, and then I just, like, stay with those products.
Oh, yeah, same. I'm a creature of habit as well.
Mhm.
In
I
that
love when
sense.
people do my makeup though, like, I love it, like,
I'll do
do my
your makeup, and then
yeah,
tell
like
JoJo Siwa who did your makeup. Tell the Eagles who did your makeup, bitch.
oh my god, they're gonna be like, "Slay." My roommate, like, calls me her Barbie doll because 'cause she'll just, like, be like, "Wear this."
Yeah. Anyway, into football. Here we go. Lamar, my boy, finally got paid. How do you feel about that, Rossi?
If I don't know, I gotta be careful here. I just think
What are
it's
you
a
gonna
lot of
say?
money. It's a lot of money,
It is.
and I think he should have been paid, but I think it was just a little bit too much.
Yes, I think I do agree. Like, always at the end of the day, when it comes to Lamar contract, I'm always gonna say that the front office fucked up by not paying him before the Josh Allen deal. But like, I also was somebody who I wanted Lamar here, so like, I wanted him to get paid. Like, I wanted to get worked out before we got into training camp and this whole season. I wanted him to get paid, so I'm glad that he got paid. It is a lot of money, but like at the same time, like I don't want to start over with a new rookie. I don't want a Bryce Young. I don't want that. I want Lamar. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. And that aside, we did build an offense overnight a little bit. So we should be okay for this coming year. I'm not that too worried about it. I'm not too worried about it yet. The money part of it. I'm
Yeah.
sure, I don't know, in the future when we don't have money to do stuff, then I'm going to be pissed. But right now, I'm okay. But yeah.
I feel like as long as he can stay healthy, then it's gonna feel worth it. But
Agreed.
if he can't stay healthy, then, like, I don't know.
I know. I haven't thought that far ahead of it, but like I do see people say that on like the haters who don't think that he should have gotten paid. They that is their one thing that they always throw out. They're like, can't stay healthy, can't stay healthy, can't stay healthy. And I'm like, just shut up, shut up, shut up.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
Because I feel like that's the only argument they really have because he's a great player. Like,
Right,
and
but
when,
like you could say that about anybody. Like I just feel like that's like it's a contact sport. Like that's going to be the case with anybody you pay money to, right?
Mhm.
True.
The
Yeah.
NFL market is just crazy. Like, it's like gonna be like every other week now. Somebody's gonna be the newest, highest paid player. Like, I think they need to just get a grip because feeding their families. I'm sorry. You don't need 400
Right.
million guaranteed dollars to put dinner on the table. I'm sorry.
Right. Like I have like such the basic salary and I can feed myself, you know? Like
They're like, I
I
really
always
need
am like,
a
pay
bag.
him, he deserves to get paid. And then I'm like, what the fuck am I fighting for this 100 millionaire for?
That's
Like,
why Jalen Hurts is the GOAT. He wants to win over money.
shut up. They all say that. They all always say shit like that, and it's like, shut up. Like,
Jalen Hurts do be speaking in quotes, so like he says such poetic stuff every week.
like
I'm like, give it a
the
break.
ones that say that though, like who are like, oh, I just want to win. All right, then like offer them like the league minimum, and then see what they say. Offer them the league minimum, and then let's see what he has to say.
His
How much
eyes
he
straight.
wants to
He's like,
win.
yeah, right.
Yeah, I bet he will really want to win then.
Yeah, no.
But we good. It was nice to get that done before the draft started. So, like, because that would have been anxiety ridden if like that didn't happen until like day 2 or day 3 of the draft or something. Like that would have been really annoying.
Yeah. Let's talk biggest surprise of the first round. I'll just say this. Gibbs from the Lions at 12 should not have
That
gone.
was your.
That's my surprise. Yeah.
I feel like, well, of course, we talked about this, 2 weeks ago, where we were right. You can't predict this draft. It's easier to predict a March Madness bracket than it is this draft. I mean, like, you can't, because you never know who was going to trade in, who's going to trade out. These guys who fall, we don't have any insight, really. Like, they're the ones that are interviewing them in the whole process or when they come for visits. Like, how these guys are, there's obviously little things to why these guys fall further and out of the first round than what we're aware of. So like that always plays like a big part of it, which you kind of like to see. Like for instance, like Nolan Smith, like the guy Eagles got, like I was surprised that he fell a little bit. I mean, not like super surprised. I'm sure there's things that I could look up about him that is like probably he can't stay healthy or whatever. Who knows? Like crap like that. But it's always like really unpredictable. What about you? Any surprises to you, Peyton?
I don't know. Like, I mean, I was kind of surprised that Will Levis fell to the second round.
You were?
I don't know. I also feel like I guess it just all depends on like what every team needed. But like I don't know. I thought there were gonna be more quarterbacks drafted in the first round, just like based off who's picking, but like up at the top. But I don't know. That was, I would say, my biggest surprise.
I was honestly surprised. Like, I don't know why. If I were him, I don't know why he went to the draft. I was like, he shouldn't go to the draft because that was so awkward. Because I feel like, yeah, a lot of people were projecting him like top 10 or whatever, but I feel like majority of people were like, no, that's not going to happen. Like,
Yeah.
I was surprised that he went to the actual draft because I was like, this is so awkward. Like the amount of times they showed him, I was like, please stop.
Let's talk about the women by his side.
I knew that you were going to say that.
Dude, what is going on with Will Levis?
There was a new woman every time they flipped back to him. Every time. Who
Dude
did you
is
think
pulling.
best dressed was?
I don't know.
I might be biased, but I really like Bryce Young's tux.
You did?
I liked it. I liked the soft pink.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. I really liked what's his name? Texas Tech. He was the first rounder for the Raiders. Tyree something. I forget, but like I don't think he was even the best. Yeah, I don't think he was even.
Didn't he have like floral, like, was that him?
Yeah. It had like some floral. Okay. I don't know why he just looked really swaggy when he had put his hat on and his sunglasses. I mean, he looks like he's like 200% muscle. Like that boy looked like Optimus Prime. Like when he went up there, I was like, shit. Like that boy looked thick, but like thick muscle. Like he looked like straight muscle. And also, hold up. I need to run this back real quick because why was every graphic they were all naked. Nobody was wearing anything under their jacket. Like, did you guys not catch those graphics? The amount of skin that we saw was crazy. You guys really didn't see no, you guys don't remember that? So every time they would like one of them would get drafted, they would put up their combine picture or whatever. I guess I'm guessing this is stuff that they took at the combine because they all are wearing like the matching gear that you get at the combine, and every single one of them were wearing jackets that didn't have they weren't wearing shirts underneath them, but like they were pretty like decently unzipped. Like we saw a lot of skin. If you were paying attention, you saw a lot of skin.
I can like vaguely see that in my mind, and I probably was like, "What the hell was that?"
Like it was a theme. They were all naked, shirtless. They were naked. Yeah. So we saw a lot of skin. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but like it just like some years they go along with these graphics. So like this year was that. The year before, or you know how like the ESPN like always puts up like they'll put up like the troubles of the kid, like Jalen Carter, for example.
Yes, I noticed that. I was like, "Why are they framing this like he just got drafted and it's his best day of his life?" And they're like, "Oh, he murdered someone, by the way."
They always do stuff like that. They always are like, "Oh, this kid, both parents dead, like he whatever." Like they always put like the worst stats about these kids. And then this year somebody had a side by side of Jalen Carter and then the Northwestern kid, Peter Skurnowski, or I don't even know how to say his last name, but his grandfather played for the Packers like back in the day. And he dressed as his grandfather for Halloween. Like he dressed up as his grandfather for Halloween. I'm guessing he dressed as a football player essentially. He must have probably worn a Packers jersey, but that was one of the stats they actually put up on the screen. Dressed as grandfather for Halloween as a child. Why?
I thought I saw that at one point too, and I was like, "What the hell?"
I mean, like who's putting this together?
Yeah.
Speaking of the draft, do you guys think it's too long? Like the first round, it's 4
Way
hours
too long.
long.
It is
Like
way
the
too long.
Panthers, not to call any shots here, but the Panthers had how many months to decide the pick, and they took the whole clock.
It's way too long. I went out with my boyfriend and his friends to watch it, and I was like, oh, like I had to put a time limit on like I'm going home at this time because if the draft's not done, like it takes 2.5 hours to get to like to get to like 22. Like it is really crazy. And then you would think that it would, even the next day you're like, oh, it should speed up, like we're going down in the rounds. Like it really doesn't speed up that much. Like
no.
I was like, it started at 7. The Ravens were like 68 and they didn't pick until like I think like probably after 10 o'clock. Like it was crazy. 10 o'clock or something. I'm like, this is absurd. Takes way too long. That's what it was like playing fantasy football with Rossi drafting. That's how she acted when we played fantasy football this year.
That's so true.
She was acting like she was in her fucking her evil villain's lair picking her team. And that's what the Dallas Cowboys draft room looked like. An even villain's lair. That was dark. That place was dark. That's one of my favorite things is to see like the inside of those rooms.
Yeah, the rooms.
Yeah, the Eagles one, they're a little weird how they all like line up and around in the circle. Rossi, did you see that?
I also don't think it was weird how like there was no women in any of the rooms. Like even the Eagles room, I thought with how like, conscious they are, like there's just all men.
I did see women, but
they're the wives.
Not anything on the younger side. They were all older women.
No.
Yeah, and they're not in with the action either.
Yeah.
No, they probably have to do with like ownership.
And even for picks they're announcing, there's no women announcing like any picks. Like,
no, there were. I did see some, but they were old.
Yeah, like
there was this one older woman who kept coming out, and I was like, "Who is she?"
Yes, she does that every year. It's the one woman they have. They have her do the the end of the rounds, I guess.
Yeah, and I also was like, I was also like thinking to myself, who in the NFL is on the committee that finds people who announces the pick? Like, because I'm sure that is a whole process. I'm sure there's a whole little board for that. And what do? They are like, hey, go out and find the local cancer patients and military families. Like, who's on that? Whose job is that?
I know.
Did you see the Jets kid in the first round?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was electric, though.
He was so
electric.
cute. Did you guys
was
see
awesome.
James Duraz of the Chiefs, the What Happened kid?
No.
He was like, Eagles, how you lose to Kansas City, and like you never see
I didn't see that
kid.
one.
You need to go look up James Duraz. He's like viral on TikTok. Like he started out on TikTok, and he announced the pick. He has special needs, but he's the cutest kid like you'll ever see. Like
okay, so then that's how I get to announce a pick. I just gotta get on this pod to go viral on TikTok, probably.
Yes, he has like 3 million followers.
The one that I did like or I thought that was cool, was like the only like father-son duo in the league or something, or played at the same overlap, like something like that. It was a father-son duo who were both in the league. They were older, like the dad could barely like walk, like the son had to help, and the son was older and he had to help him across, like on the stage and stuff. I forget who they played for, but that was pretty cool, I thought. But sometimes they go up there and you're like, who the hell is this? And how did they find you? How did they find you to announce this pick?
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like to see the draft rooms. I think like the youngest woman is probably what's her name? Charlotte Jones, who's Jerry Jones' daughter. And there you go. She's only there because Papa is a billionaire. Because Papa owned the team. That's the only reason she's there.
He'll be gone soon.
Like, you remember last year? I don't know if you remember this, but Arizona's draft room last year, or they kept showing like the owner or the GM's house, and it was like very modern home, and it was like all white. It was pretty crazy, but yeah.
Wow.
Dallas, they always look like last year they looked like they were in like a spaceship, and this year like they were just on like some evil like Dexter's laboratory shit.
It was so darkly dark in that.
They were deep inside the laboratory for that one. Yeah. But oh wait, another thing. At first I was like, ugh, why is the draft in Kansas City like ugh. But that shit was packed on the outside. I was like, where are all these people coming from and why? Why are they attending this? Did you see when they would like pan out onto the field? It was so many people there. They said it was like 312K people. That's a ton of people.
Yeah, that is. Wow.
I don't think they were all Chiefs fans, and they better not have been, because I don't know a single Chiefs fan personally.
No, but it did look like a lot of red. It did look like a lot of red.
Yeah.
And the fountain had like the best seat.
Yeah.
On that like field. How do they even do that? Do they do it by who went to Super Bowls, or was that just a coincidence?
It's just a coincidence. They have it pre like.
I meant to look that up.
Next year is the Detroit, so don't go there.
Like, I feel like cool places would be like Nashville, like places like that.
Yeah.
Like Vegas, obviously. Like, those are cool places. Like, I wouldn't try to go to Detroit for a draft like that, and I'm not going to go to Kansas City for a draft either.
Yeah.
But it did look pretty packed. I mean, you're like, shout out to the people that go to the draft, because you're committed. You are committed.
For sure.
No, yeah, there was like, I remember like after Bryce Young got drafted, he like went, there was like a section with like the Panthers fans. And I always think like that part's so funny, all of like the fans from each team that are like totally decked out in like the gear, and like they were just all so decked out, and it was so funny because he was just there in his like, you know, dapper little suit, and then everyone else like had face paint and everything. And I think that part's cool, but I also don't know how you like get picked to like be in that part?
I'm guessing like there's got to be like a PSL like maybe there's a raffle or something, or there's a team raffle. I don't know. Things that I'll Google outside of this. But anyway, I got to talk about how our team did. You know, we went for a wide receiver.
Yeah.
First round. The talk all day was that D-Hop was coming to Baltimore. D-Hop, D-Hop, D-Hop. That's all I freaking heard about was D-Hop. And I was like, honestly, like, these things are hard to predict again. So, like, I'm like, I wasn't trying to be like set in stone, no. But I was like to my dad, because, like, obviously I talked to him. But I was like, there's got to be pigs flying outside the castle if Ravens, and this still, I mean, I guess this could still possibly happen. I don't think so, but pigs flying outside the castle when Ravens, who never spend any money on offense, we never like get like the sexy veteran wide receiver players, to have D-Hop and Odell in Baltimore in the same year, to me, that is just like hell would have frozen over, because that is so not Ravens. That I was like, the only reason I would think that they would have taken D-Hop was because they wanted to get the deal done with Lamar and they needed to kiss Lamar's ass because he asked for a trade and they needed to make amends with him. That was the only reason I would think that we would have gotten D-Hop. But so I was on the edge of my seat for that. Mm-hmm. And then we picked up Zay Flowers, wide receiver out of Boston College. He's a good pick. I mean, I like it. I think he was definitely the best available at the time. And once he was still there on the board, I was like, oh yeah, they're going to definitely take him. Mm-hmm. But I wonder if there was a better cornerback that they had wanted, if they would have taken a cornerback instead. I don't know. But yeah, he kind of looks like Hollywood Brown. That's what everybody's saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're saying he like resembles him, which I don't love that comparison, because even though Hollywood's like great player, like he dropped the ball a lot. So like, I don't want that. Like, I'm like, please stop using that comparison. I don't want to hear that. But Rossi, how you feel about your Eagles first round? Because I texted you, I gave you props. I did think that they had a good first round.
Yeah, credit to the Ravens. I think the Ravens had a good draft as well. And if Alex were here, I'd tell her I think the Giants had a really good draft. I think the Eagles had one of the best drafts, like, in at least the Eagles' history. Maybe in the whole NFL draft. I don't know. First, Jalen Carter falling. I mean, say what you want about his character, but a lot of people had Jalen Carter as like 1 or 2 on the draft board.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
One of the best players. So when he was able to fall, that was crazy. And the clip of what's his name on the Cowboys being like, I'm sick to my stomach right now. Micah Parsons was like sick to his stomach. Did you see that interview?
No, I didn't see that.
Micah Parsons was like watching the draft live, and you can hear him, like, he tells the camera, I'm sick to my stomach. They just got Jalen Carter. So after that, I was like, okay, cool. This is already a win. And then Nolan Smith fell. Mm-hmm. And Nolan Smith is very good too. I looked at a lot of like mock drafts before the draft, and he was supposed to be taken within the first 15, first 10.
Right. He was supposed to go higher.
Very shocking that he fell as well. And then, I don't know, we got Ringo. He's a cornerback.
Yeah.
He's kind of iffy about him, but a lot of people still had him, you know.
I thought Ravens were going to take him at one point. And I thought that Dallas was going to take Nolan Smith, because weren't they like right before you or 2 before you?
But they needed a tight end because Buffalo jumped them. So, yeah, that worked out for us. And then us trading for DeAndre Swift, I have never been happier in my life. Like, I just love DeAndre Swift. So it's great. Yeah. And Eagles are going to run the NFC for the next 5 years. We have such a good roster. I'm so excited.
I thought that they were going to take that. Well, I don't think he even made it far enough for them to take. But that who was the running back that went first round?
Bijan.
Yeah. I thought that I thought they were going to take him, and his mom was also wearing green, so she had like a green dress on. I was like, what does she know?
I
What
really
does she
think the
know?
Eagles probably would have taken him
Mhm.
because I don't know. I mean, we could have used a running back even though we didn't need one, but like
Mhm.
I'm really fine with how it worked out. So, what about
Yeah.
you, Peyton? Even though you don't have necessarily a team, who do you think had like a really good draft?
I don't know. I mean, I paid a lot of attention to the Panthers.
Right.
Just so I don't know. I was really happy. I think everyone kind of knew they were gonna take Bryce Young, but I'm happy that like they picked him. I don't know. Like I hope he'll be good because we need a quarterback so bad.
Yeah.
Um, but I also do feel like kind of like the whole draft was kind of centered around him. I feel like everything else was just kind of like almost like kind of just brushed under the rug because Bryce Young was just such a hot topic.
Right.
But we took a wide receiver in the second round. I wrote his name down. I'm forgetting. Oh, Jonathan Mingo. And so I'm like kind of excited. I hope he'll be like, I hope he'll be good. As we need wide receivers because we
Mhm.
got rid of DJ Moore and we don't have a lot. So I don't know. I was happy with that. But yeah, I was really pumped about Bryce Young.
Yeah, I mean, going first overall, whatever, it's kind of hard to like look past that because everyone's just like so much hype around that, you know.
Yeah.
It kind of steals, like he will always steal the show, like in draft sense.
No, yeah.
Wait, I sent this in our group text at the time, but I'm going to bring it up on here because it needs to be talked about. Because now that we're talking about quarterbacks, this is a message to Cleveland social media team. Y'all are sick in the head, mentally ill for posting that shit during the draft of Deshaun Watson. And I said what I said because that shit's fucked up. All right. They posted, I don't know if people didn't see this during the draft, they posted a like a GIF. I think it was like moving, right, Rossi? Of Deshaun Watson with the caption, we got our guy. Like, that's so embarrassing. Like, first of all, you guys paid this guy too much money. Second of all, the obvious that I'm not gonna say because I don't want like a defamation lawsuit. But like
I think that's the least of Deshaun's worries right now.
like I couldn't. I was just like, what? Like read the room. What, like, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Like, I'm sorry. That was and they got eaten alive on Twitter, thank God. Like, let me go read some of these replies.
He's also terrible. He played terrible this year.
Yeah, he played terrible. And like you just what's like if you draft somebody like not draft, if you pick up a guy like that, I mean, just stay low key. Like, why are you bringing more attention to him in this sense, knowing what you know? I mean,
Right.
I don't know. This is taking me too long to find, but a lot of the replies were similar. They were like, there's still time to like delete this pretty much. Like, wait, did they delete it? No. I don't know where the heck it went, but once I find it, I'll read some of the responses. Another person still on the topic of quarterbacks, I really thought that Anthony Richardson was going to drop more. I was honestly surprised that he went as high as he did, even though that is what was predicted, said, because he was a freak of nature at the combine, like athletic wise. I still was surprised that he went as early as he did. I was kind of expecting him to drop a little bit. I don't like that he went to the Colts. Rossi, any thoughts on how high he went in the draft? And Peyton?
I had him going to the Colts on my mock draft, so
You did?
yeah,
How?
just because I could tell that because I had Texans taking Stroud, I had Panthers taking Young, and then I had Colts taking him because I don't think he was the best quarterback on the board, but the Colts obviously didn't have a top 2 pick, so
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be exciting to see him play with Jonathan Taylor. I think like that's gonna be pretty sick. But like, I don't know. Like, are they intending on him being their QB1? Like they still have Sam Ellinger, so like, what's that gonna be? Are they gonna like beef it out? I have no idea. That'll be interesting to see. Oh,
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. They'll probably have him like fight it out and see, and then just kind of hopefully whoever wins the job does a decent job.
yeah. I would have liked to see him behind like. I thought Seahawks would be a good fit for him. I think it would have been cool to like have him play with Geno, learn from Geno. I mean, Geno obviously is not. He's on his. I mean, he's not like necessarily on his way out, but he's on his later half of his career. Like he's not going to be around in 5 years, and but I thought that would have been a great place. Honestly, I really think Baltimore is a great place for him because I think that he would fit in with Lamar. But I mean, obviously, he's going to want to go somewhere where he starts, but like it's not really up to him, honestly. But I wonder if he had been on the board still and had dropped, like what teams that didn't necessarily need a quarterback would have taken him. Would have been interesting to see. Oh, found the tweet. Okay, they posted got our guy, and it was a gif of Deshaun Watson, and the replies were somebody said, "Was this really your best idea?" And somebody else said, "That's what the cops said." These are all like got like a ton of like replies.
They got ratioed.
Yeah. People are like, this is not a brag. And someone was like, damn, the social media team is bad as the rest of the team. They got like, yeah, the responses weren't great. Like I just want to know whose idea that was. Cause like what your social awareness IQ is in the fucking dumpster. All right.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's like, it's not really something to like, like celebrate like that. I don't know. Just like with what everybody else like.
Just stay low key, basically. Don't do that. Don't do the most.
Like literally anything but that.
When you have a little pervert on your team. Yeah. Another thing I thought was really cool was I don't know if you guys saw the clip of the Dallas scout son being taken by Dallas.
Yeah, I love that. That was probably my favorite part of the whole draft.
Feel good, wholesome as hell.
I thought it was stupid, if I'm gonna be honest.
That's just because they're in your.
If I'm being honest, I think the Cowboys were just having a shitty drafting, and they thought this will make a good PR a good PR, heartwarming, feel good story that'll make the Cowboys look good. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know how good he is. Like I don't know anything like that. I thought it was like again, doesn't bother me. Not my team, not my conference. I don't really care. I thought it was just a cool clip. That's pretty all.
It was cute. I did that.
Yeah, it was wholesome. It was wholesome
do we need to do like an ad read or anything?
I have no idea. We don't have one, so no. So make sure you cut this. You started saying that at like 45:18, I think.
Okay.
All right. What do you else do you guys want to talk about?
I mean, is it 9? I'm at 8. So
what else did we not talk about?
Let me look in the doc.
There's anything else. I have so look at all these timestamps I have.
You do? I'm gonna get roasted on the TikTok clips for all my takes tonight. I don't even I don't read comments on anything anymore.
People all they say, Paige, is that you say like too much. Which I don't even think you say it that much.
Which somebody did say that, but I feel like I've gotten better with it. I feel like the only time I was saying that were the nights that like when it was just me and you and we didn't know what the fuck to talk about.
Yeah. I think
after the season. It was mainly after the season. I didn't know what to talk about.
Yeah.
When we have content to talk about, I don't say like as much.
Yeah.
But we were we had some stale ass content for a while. All right, well, we have a lot to look forward to, with these teams, all these draft picks. It's going to be interesting to see what these draft picks actually do, see who's a bust and who's not a bust, see which of these, these quarterbacks are young, so it'll be cool to see them in the league. My feed today, like my Twitter feed, was a ton of all like the 5th-year options. Like so much of that was coming out today. Whose 5th years got picked up, whose didn't. Ravens' biggest one was Patrick Queen. They did not pick up his 5th year. It's not like shocking news because we signed Roquan, who we got mid-season from Chicago last year, and they paid him like $60 million or so, like his contract. So it's not like that's shocking because like obviously we can't keep both. But they drafted our second round pick was a linebacker from Clemson. Forget his name already, but basically the talk right now is he going to get, does that mean he's going to get traded? Because if we didn't necessarily need a linebacker. So what's their plan with Queen? Some people are saying they should keep him, but I was on the keep side and now I'm kind of like, maybe we should get it money, like get the best trade deal we can for him now. And now I'm fucking focusing on me saying like, because all these assholes on my TikTok comments say that I say like too much. Sorry, guys. But pretty much, anyone else got anything else to say?
Don't leave a hate comment unless you have all your teeth.
Yeah.
You have a high school degree.
That's what we always say, Peyton.
You can run a mile around a track.
If you have athletic ability, you have all your teeth, you're not a creepy old man, and you have at least your GED, you're allowed to make a comment on our posts.
I like that.
Yeah, because you should see some of the guys.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, Paige, take it away.
Follow us on Instagram, 2girls1league, all letters. You can follow us on Twitter, 2girls1league. The numbers are numbers and not spelled out. But follow us on TikTok, leave a nice comment. Let us know what you think about the draft and who you thought did the best, who you thought was best dressed, what you thought about what Cleveland did, and any shocking things that happened during the draft. That's all. That's all I have.